What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mark Dark, and I'm back with another video. If you're new, if you love power, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave your theories, comments, everything down below. Now, today we're going to be talking about Power Book 2 Ghost, Episode 6. This is the recap. I hope you guys enjoyed the latest episode of Power Book 2 Ghost. I thought it was a very good episode, a good comeback after not seeing the show for 2 months, and it definitely delivered. Now, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to try my best to break down the episode. I'm going to focus on all the key points. Now, if I miss anything, you guys let me know, and just let me know overall, how did you feel about this latest episode? And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of different things is about to happen. They cooking it up. I'm telling you, your boy Tommy Egan, he's on his way. Especially after 2-Bit has entered the scene once again. This is just a build-up to the return of Tommy Egan, and I cannot wait until that moment actually happens in this show. So let's begin the recap. Like I told you guys, I'm going to focus on the key points. If I miss anything, let your boy know. Now, we begin the episode off with Davis McLean. He's going to Cooper Sax, and the game plan is this. If they can get a selected jury, maybe this new jury can help out with Tasha. You know, maybe they would feel kind of sad for Tasha, so they want to make sure they select the right people. And this is what happens normally in major court cases. Usually, you know, the lawyers or defense attorneys are able to go in there and find and, you know, hand select certain jury members if they think they are liable and can be a good jury member. Now, this is what is discussed at the beginning of the episode. So we already know that the two, right as of right now, are agreeing to work together, and it seems like everything is good, right? But we know things kind of change as the episode gets further in, and we're definitely going to talk about that. Now we get to class. Tariq is actually in class early, and his classmates are debating over Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. And pretty much the topic of discussion is being fundamentally good versus bad. And of course, Professor Milgram, she's asking Tariq the question, and like always, Tariq doesn't really give a clear answer. She actually wants the whole class to talk about this. And this actual episode is called Good versus Evil because they want to make sure they incorporate the syllabus within this episode. So we're seeing different elements from philosophy in this class, in this show. I mean, it's a lot of research, especially if you took these courses when you was in high school or college. I mean, just hearing about this topic of discussion, I start to think about high school, about hearing about all these different people. But you know, Tariq deep down inside was actually thinking about what his classmates was saying, because deep down he knows, you know, depending on who you are, certain things can happen. You have to be bad and selfish to look out for your own personal needs and gains in life. Now, we get to your boy Cooper Sax, and we back with Davis McLean. And of course, we are selecting the jury. As I told you guys, this is what they want to do. They want to make sure that they got a selected jury that's going to vote in Tasha's favor. And of course, they're picking a lot of younger people, a lot of minorities, some older people, but basically people that's going to feel kind of sorry for Tasha and give her a second chance. This is a great strategy, especially if they want to make sure Tasha gets out of this a free woman. So this was a great plan, right? It seems like it could work. I think it's definitely a vital role when it's all said and done. And if you notice, the judge was kind of looking like, what in the hell are you doing, Cooper Sax? You're pretty much taking people that's not going to help out in your case. And it seemed very fishy. I mean, anybody could have saw this, that these two was up to something. I mean, at least that's what it seems, because we know exactly what the two are up to. But I guess from that perspective, it may not be. But it was very weird, right? Now, Paula Monterazzo, she's like, what are you doing? Are you going for a mistrial? Because that's pretty much what's going to happen. And Davis McLean is like, look, technically a mistrial is a win in my book, and that's all I care about. You know, I'm going to do what I got to do, and I need you to pretty much prep my next witness to the stand, which we know that's going to be, of course, your boy 2-Bits. He is going to be returning in this episode. But it's just crazy how they are doing all this and they think no one can see. I mean, if Tasha saw it, I'm telling you right now, everybody else saw this. Now, Stephen Ott, he's pissed off. He's like, what are you doing? Why are you picking all of these people, these younger guys? They're pretty much are going to want to mess around with Tasha because she's young and pretty. I mean, what are you doing? Like, what type of strategy are you trying to play here? And of course, Cooper Saxe says, look, I got this. You have nothing to worry about. I'm going to handle this. I have a strategy on what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, this is not going to go as planned. Something's going to happen down the line. I mean, even in this episode, things happen. Now we get to your boy 2Bits. He is back. He has returned. And of course, Cooper Saxe is the first person to talk to him. He's trying to get him to give him information, of course, about what's going on with Tommy Egan. And this is all a part of the game plan, right? At least that's what Cooper Saxe believes. And, you know, if he can get some type of information from him, that would be good. But we know 2Bits is by code. He's by the streets. He ain't snitching. He's not telling anything at all to Cooper Saxe. And he definitely knows the laws. He knows exactly what he's able to do and say. And Cooper Saxe, he played it off well. But like I told you guys, this is supposed to be a part of the whole game plan. Now, of course, they bring in Davis McLean because Davis McLean is going to be helping out your boy 2Bits. So Davis McLean pretty much tells him, look, I need you to step to the side, talk to me, and I'll do this for free. I need you to pretty much say exactly what I want you to say. You ain't got to worry about snitching at all. I mean, technically, all you got to do is go up there and answer the questions to the best of your abilities. So this is when it starts getting weird. Remember, Cooper Saxe and Davis McLean is supposed to be in on this. But my question is this. Does Cooper Saxe know Blanca Rodriguez is supposed to be helping out in this process? Because I'm telling you right now, Blanca Rodriguez hates Cooper Saxe. She wants to get back at him. She tells this to 2Bits, and of course she's going to go in with this game plan. But yes, Cooper Saxe and Davis McLean has a game plan. But does Cooper Saxe realize Davis McLean has Blanca Rodriguez on his side, which makes a lot of people think that Davis McLean is really plotting, planning against Cooper Saxe. Maybe he's trying to take down Cooper Saxe with Tariq. At the end of the day, your boy Davis McLean, in my opinion, definitely has a different agenda, and he's going to definitely show that down the line. Now, Monet, and we saw this in the sneak peek last week. I broke this down for you guys, and in this sneak peek, Monet is pretty much telling her kids, which is Diana and Drew, look, you guys need to put in work. Y'all been, going to Stansfield, doing whatever y'all want, partying, and of course they get into a little bit of argument and stuff like that. Monet tells them, I need y'all to go handle business. Plain and simple. You ain't about to keep flashing all this stuff and living this life and not putting in no work. So they have to go put in work. Of course, Kane, he has a conversation with Diana because she's like, look, I know you ain't, he's telling her, look, I know you're not smashing Tariq. Did you already, smash him yet? And he believes that she has. And he pretty much asks Drew. Drew pretty much just plays it off. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, he didn't really defend her at all. She was kind of upset. Like, look, I ain't the one at Stansfield hiding a relationship or whatever. That's not me. I have nothing to lie about. And you already know what she was hitting at, and that's Drew. And of course, Diana and Drew had that conversation. And conversation was pretty much saying, look, Kane does not need to know about Drew and Ev. Drew does not want Kane knowing about this. So even though this is not supposed to be a secret, it sure is a secret when it comes to Drew's relationship and Kane knowing about it, right? And especially Zeke knowing about it as well. Those things cannot get out. I'm telling you right now, it's going to get out. And when it does, it's going to be bad news for somebody. Trust and believe that. Now, we get to your boy Tariq. He goes and he has a conversation with Lauren. Of course, she left something in the class. Tariq goes back and he takes it to her. And they're talking once again about good and evil and secrets and stuff like that. And of course, Lauren has once again said, look, are you good? Are you bad? Which one is it? Tariq games her pretty much and says, look, does it really matter? I mean, you pretty much trying to let me clap those cheeks and you got a boyfriend. You need to let me know what's up. I mean, Tariq is pretty much gaming her. I read the comments. Y'all said your girl Lauren is risking it all for Tariq. And then Long Neck Malcolm comes. Like, what in the hell are you doing here? You just pop up. I mean, the dude pops up and he's asking all these questions about why Lauren is not, responding to him, what she's been up to, showing her pictures of her drinking and stuff like that. Tariq is looking and he plays this perfectly. You know what I'm saying? He goes in, he interferes, and of course, Lone Neck Malcolm, it's like, Jamal? And look, Tariq's like, dude, nah, I ain't Jamal. I'm telling you right now, Lauren is definitely on something. Talking about Tariq got secrets and stuff like that. This girl definitely is hiding something. She has a past. She seems like she's for the team for real, because she's trying to, get those cheeks clapped from Tariq. Lone Neck Malcolm clapping those cheeks, and apparently whoever Jamal is, he clapping those cheeks as well, or he did in the past. But it's very funny to hear Lauren talk, especially since she's the one with all the secrets, in my opinion. Now we get back to Stephen Ott, and we have to talk about this because this is the moment where your boy Cooper Saxe is talking to him about giving 2-Bit immunity, because if he does that, it's going to help him out. And Stephen Ott is like, why do we want to do that? That doesn't make any sense. And Cooper Saxe says, trust me. You have to trust me. We give him this. He's going to say what I need him to say on the stand. It's going to help out our case. So that means Stephen Ott, he has to make a call to Jimmy, and they're going to get 2-Bit this deal. The sad part is it doesn't go the way that, of course, Stephen Ott thinks it's going to go. Now we get to Diana and Drew. They at the lab, putting in that work that like they should do, because Monet is like, look, y'all spoiled. Y'all done had pretty much everything handed to y'all, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all the mistakes, all the playing around, putting in that work. And she actually takes the cell phones, but she puts the cell phones right there in front of them. So of course Drew is able to go to the cell phone because he keep getting hit up by Ev, and Ev was extra thirsty in this episode. I mean, he kept texting him back and back, and hell, your boy Drew was thirsty to get there. I mean, okay, we get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to put in work. He want to get back to Stansfield, put all the pressure and weight on Diana. Like, really? You that thirsty? Okay. We get to Riley, and of course she's talking to Cooper Saxe about Tariq and what's going on. And Cooper Saxe is very worried because he's like, look, you need to just stay away. I didn't really want you up there hanging around like that, because Tariq is very dangerous and Brayden could be involved in all of this. And of course, Riley, she's defending Brayden, saying he's not a part of this. Don't worry. He has nothing to worry about. Cooper Saxe pretty much knows this is a high risk situation right here. When this all goes down, he's not going to have anybody but to blame but himself, especially if he goes to jail, especially if his niece gets hurt. But Uncle Nancy, you definitely have to keep her in check, but it doesn't seem like he can keep her in check, right? Doesn't seem like that at all. Hell, your boy Tariq couldn't even keep her in check, to be honest. But we get to your boy Brayden, since we already talking about him, and he, of course, checks his brother Trace about the pills. He already knows, like, there's only one person that knew about this spot that would take all that product. It had to be you. And Trace is laughing and stuff like it's all cool and fun and games. Like, dude, like, are you serious? You don't know what you're messing with. They end up fighting or whatever. Of course, Trace is bigger. He's able to pin down his younger brother, Brayden. He thinks it's all fun and games until your boy Kane walks in, and you can feel the mood change. You can feel that energy when he walks in. I was happy he walked in, because I'm like, okay, now Trace is going to get exactly what he deserves. Somebody needs to put him in his place. And that's exactly what Kane did. I mean, this dude is running his mouth talking about what Kane should be doing and all this stuff like that. Kane checks him, puts the pistol to his face, lets him know, look, you don't talk to me like that. And secondly, why are you even saying my name? How do y'all even know me, for one? And of course, Brayden breaks it down like, look, I know who you are. Tariq told me and this and that. You're kind of short on your money. I don't know why Brayden told him that. Like, he's short on your money right now. But of course, Kane said, you know what? Since you're short on my money, we going to take a ride. And we going to hit these streets. We going to hit the block. We going to hit Queens. We going to see exactly if y'all about that life like y'all say y'all about that life. Then, of course, you see, as they're leaving, Brayden knocks down all the chess pieces. Remember, Tariq told him, this is a code. When all these pieces are knocked down, that means it is an emergency, and that way Tariq can know. So for all the people who were saying, well, why don't he just use his phone and stuff like that? Well, his phone was gone. This strategy was perfect because Tariq knew Brayden was in trouble. Now, of course, Tariq is back. he heads back to his dorm and he sees Riley snooping around, looking for information for real. She says she was looking for Brayden and stuff like that. She can't find him. And then Tariq, he sees that the chess pieces were knocked down. As Riley calls Brayden's phone, his phone is right there. So he already instantly knows, like, oh, this ain't looking too good. Something definitely happened. We know in episode 5, Tariq told Brayden about Kane, and that's the one he should be watching out for. And when Tariq finds out the truth, I know he's going to be like, man, what's the chances of Kane coming here and doing this? He's definitely going to be thinking this Monet that sent him, especially with all the stuff that's going on. Now, Kane, he has Brayden and his brother Trace. They in Queens. They done hit the block. And of course, he wants these guys to go out there and sell products since they want to, since Trace wants to steal it, and since they want to be in the game, it's time to prove themselves. And of course, Trace is like, I don't really want to do this. Brayden had to tell him, like, look, dude, you better listen to this guy, because if you don't, it's not going to end well at all. You need to get out and do exactly what he is saying. If it wasn't for Brayden, your boy Trace will probably be in the hospital right now. Hell, he may even be dead, because I'm telling you right now, it wasn't looking too good for him in this episode. Now, of course, Brayden, he's able to go out there and do what he does. He is good with people, and he said this life is for him. He loves this feeling, of course. It didn't take him long to meet people and to interact and sell his product. It was easy work for him. At least that's what it seemed like when he hit the block. But we know his brother, that's a different story. As soon as dude stepped out, you knew that he's going to be out there struggling. You knew he was spooked. I mean, you knew he wasn't built for this. And you can tell he tries to steal. He's thinking because he goes to Stanfield, he's rich, he got all this money and stuff, that everything is good. Nah, everything ain't good. Like I told you guys, at Stansfield, you hold weight there. But in Queens, we don't know you, we don't want you, and you're going to pay, especially if you think you about that life. Now, of course, Drew, he's thirsty. He goes and he meets up with Ev. Of course, they discussing this big secret. And of course, Ev is like, look, I'm cool with me and you, but Zeke cannot know about this. This cannot get out. I mean, it's just bad for me. I can't go and play basketball for the Spurs and be snooping around, messing around with you. He's pretty much worried about what everybody's going to say to him and do, possibly. Of course, they end up hooking up, and we see this product being delivered. You know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be tutoring, right? Course correct. And of course, Drew looks at this and he instantly knows that this is their product. And he instantly knows that Tariq is using this strategy to move weight on this campus. So now Drew was like, man, this could be a problem. I have to discuss this with Diana, and I have to let her know. And speaking about Diana, of course, Monet is wondering, where in the hell is Drew at? I mean, Drew was thirsty. Like I said, talking about Ev was thirsty. Drew was thirsty to get to him. And Diana's like, look, you need to let me go, and I can find Drew, but you need to let me have my phone. I mean, like, damn, they gotta ask Monet for everything. I mean, they can't do nothing without her permission. But she lets Diana go, and she gives her 2 hours to get the job done. And of course, we know she will eventually find him, right? Now, as I told you guys, Brayden did good on the block. He sold his product out. I mean, it's no problems at all. We know Trace, he was out there struggling, was getting his ass beat. He was getting jumped. I was happy. I'm like, this is what he gets, beating down. It was funny to me. I was laughing this entire scene because I'm like, this is what you get for always trying to be tough, always playing around, being disrespectful, stealing product, thinking everything is fun and games. I mean, this is what you get. This is the life. This is the game. And as you can see, Kane was laughing like, this is what this dude get. I mean, he's not built for this. He's trying to act all tough on college campus like he big man on the block. Like, dude, this is the drug game. We don't play around. This is what he's thinking. Of course, Brayden was able to go save him because Kane let him go do it. Now, we get to Diana. She goes and she talks to Drew. She meets back up with him. And, of course, Drew tells Diana, like, look, this is the way that Tariq is moving weight with this course correct software or whatever. The last thing we need to be doing, though, is telling moms. We don't need to let Monet know nothing, because if we do, she ain't gonna let us come back up here. She's gonna cut Tariq off completely. This is what Drew is thinking. Hell, this is what Diana is thinking as well. She's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go tell her then. Drew is, he's pretty much telling Diana, look, don't go do it. I want to keep messing around with Ev. I don't want you to mess this up for me. I'm not gonna have a reason to come up here no more. You cannot do this. Dude was really hurt. He was really hurt about this, but we know Diana didn't give a damn. She definitely was going to tell Monet, but before she tells her, she needs to go to Tariq and tell him about this issue. Now, Riley, she's playing Tariq in chess, and if you guys, and this is to my chess players, if y'all notice all the stuff that was going on with those chess moves, you let me know down below exactly what you saw, because I got a feeling those chess moves are going to foreshadow what's going to happen the rest of this season. Now, of course, Riley, she pretty much tells Tariq, look, I drugged you. I was trying to do this to Brayden, but you got the drink. She pretty much told him right there. That right there alone would have made me put the pressure on her. Now, Diana pops up and she wants to know what's going on, right? She lets Tariq know she knows about the course correct thing and that he's moving weight with this app. She's very pissed off that Tariq did not tell her the truth. She's also pissed off that Tariq has someone else in there and she thinks it's Lauren. Now, I don't care what Diana is talking about. All I'm going to say is this. She really likes Tariq. Her emotions are getting the best of her. This is why she really wants to shut down Tariq. If Tariq was just probably honest with her and cool with her, like they was actually smashing and together, I'm telling you right now, she would have said nothing to Monet. But she's all in her feelings. I mean, Tariq doesn't really have to tell you about how he's running his operations. He doesn't have to tell you who's in there. And I don't blame him from letting her go in there, because if he does that, that's going to create issues. That means Riley can use this information to get back to Cooper Saxe. And speaking about Riley, she's in there taking screenshots and pictures of Tariq's phone, of him getting messages and stuff like this. This girl cannot be trusted at all. I really wished Tariq would have just kicked her up out of there. I mean, this girl pretty much forced herself in there, said she's staying until Brayden is coming back. Like, really? You getting up out of there. If Brayden's not here, you ain't going to be up in here, plain and simple. Now we get to Officer Ramirez. Mister, you need to let me off the leash. He had the nerve to be running his mouth to, this guy was going crazy. He was talking all types of stuff to Kane. Pulled him over while he had Brayden and Trace in the car, telling him, look, you need to stop doing what you doing. Pretty much, he's trying to tell Kane what needs to be happening, and that, look, we all work for Lorenzo. So we know that Lorenzo has him on his tab, of course, and Officer Ramirez decides to take Trace and Brayden with him. I mean, he's doing a whole lot, but he's heard that 2 white boys is on a block selling dope, right? And this is an issue because he knows if they get caught, it's going to come back to the Tejadas family, and he does not want that to happen. In his head, he's like, look, I'm tired of saving you, Kane. This is exactly what he's thinking. And Officer Ramirez was cool because he was like, look, this never happened. He told Brayden and Trace this never happened. Pretty much don't say anything. But Brayden's brother Trace is going to open his mouth. Y'all already know it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. He's going to tell somebody, and it's going to create new issues. Now we get to Davis McLean, because Davis McLean is making it very obvious that he is targeting Tariq, because he's bringing his name up all of a sudden a lot more. He tells Tasha, don't worry, Cooper Saxe won't mention anything about Tariq. I mean, why would you even say that? I mean, because Tasha seemed kind of worried or whatever, but Tasha kind of looked like, why would you say that? Like, she kind of peeped game like, okay, why are you even talking about Tariq for real? Paula Matarazzo, Davis McLean, pretty much telling Tasha, look, did you know 2-Bit? You need to tell us the truth about him. We need to know any connections, any type of information from you, and you don't have to worry about Cooper Saxe talking about Tariq. I mean, that's another clue right there. How many times are you going to talk about Tariq? Now we get to Diana and Monet. Diana decides to actually go back and tell Monet that, of course, Tariq is using this app to sell drugs on campus. And she's very pissed off because Diana is thinking that Monet is going to shut it all down, that she's done with Tariq. But no, she has to remember that Monet is all about business. She's all about getting this money. She tells Diana, like, look, you need to stick strictly to business when it comes to Tariq. Stop letting your emotions get involved. And for real, she told her the truth. I mean, stop getting so emotional when it comes to Tariq. Do your own thing. But I got a feeling it's going to get worse. Now, your boy Brayden, he returns back to college campus. And of course, she's very happy. Your boy Tariq is very happy as well that he's back safe. And this girl Riley is going to be an issue. I'm telling you right now. She's telling Brayden, look, we're going to go out to lunch or dinner or whatever with the family. I'm telling you right now, if Cooper Saxe, aka Uncle Nancy, is there, that's going to open up more doors. Eventually, Brayden is going to find out, and Riley's going to find out that Brayden is actually working with Tariq. And I can't wait to see how that all plays out, right? Now, Brayden tells Tariq that Kane came and got him and his brother, took him to Queens, made him sell the drugs and stuff like that. And he explains to Tariq that, he's not scared or nothing like that. He's good. He's rich. He got all his money. Of course, he had to turn the money in, but he feels good to be able to make the money and not use his parents' money. Brayden wants to be in the game, but Tariq told Brayden, do you think your brother is going to say anything? And Brayden said, I think he's cool. That's a lie. We know Trace's going to slip up. We know he's going to talk eventually. Now, Tariq, he calls and he has a conversation with Monet. And Monet is cool. She's not really tripping about the whole app thing. She's more concerned with Tariq lying or whatever, not telling her how he's doing certain things. And she's like, look, I ain't about all these kiddie games and stuff with you. Just be honest with me. I have no beef, no drama with you. And Tariq is like, okay, so stop sending Kane to my spot. Please stop doing that. And Monet's like, look, Kane, I didn't send him. Kane did that himself. And speaking of Kane, of course, Officer Ramirez is there. And he's like, look, Monet, I can't keep saving you from Kane. Pretty much, I can't keep saving Kane. And you need to do something about this, because this kid is going to do something very dangerous to somebody. And we have to fix this. Of course, Monet tells him, look, I got to control over this, because Officer Ramirez was pretty much saying that Kane needs a man to teach him and to let him off the leash. Off the leash like he's a damn dog. You know what I'm saying? Let him off the leash so he can put that work on Kane. This is what he is saying. Now, Monet has to explain to him, like, look, I'm not yours. I'm Lorenzo's. Remember that. And of course, we know Officer Ramirez said, okay, if that's the case, don't come to me no more, especially when you need me to save your son once again. Now, we get back to court. We get back to Cooper Saxe, and now he's interviewing. He's talking to your boy 2-Bit. And of course, Tommy Egan is the topic of discussion. He's asking about Tommy Egan, his organization. Did he help out? Did he know about this? And of course, 2-Bit, he plays everything off like, look, I don't know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no way this guy could have been running this operation. He also said there's no way that Tasha could have been doing anything at all. Now, of course, remember the game plan between Cooper Saxe and Davis McLean is to make sure that Tasha is good, to put the pressure on Tariq. And we can tell that Cooper Saxe's body language, that he knows that, 2-Bits has been preparing, that someone's been talking to him, because the way he's answering these questions, he knows, like, okay, something's not right. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do believe this was a part of the game plan, but the way that it's going, I don't think Cooper Saxe knows exactly everything Davis McLean is plotting and planning. And you can tell just based off the body language at the very end of the episode when it came to your boy Cooper Saxe. Hell, even in this scene right here, he was kind of looking like, okay, something's not right. Now, of course, Davis McLean, he comes up there, he mentions Tariq once again after Cooper Saxe did, asks 2-Bits if he knew anything about Tariq. And of course, 2-Bits said, look, yeah, I picked him up one time because he got lost and stuff like that. And he once again put pressure on Tariq and took that negativity away from Tasha. Made it seem like Tasha was an angel, that Tasha knew nothing about Tariq and the people that Tariq hung around. Once again, here we go. This is why Tasha knows that Davis McLean knows the truth and also has something else up his sleeve. I mean, anybody can see it. Anybody. Tasha is able to see this. Now, we know Tasha will eventually go and talk to Tariq about this issue. Now we get to Monet, and she's upset with Kane because she's like, man, why are you doing stuff I'm telling you not to do? You doing exactly what you want to do. You going up to the campus, doing entirely too much. You got these boys with you. I mean, imagine if someone else would have pulled you over. I mean, anything could have happened, right? And she's right about that. I mean, anything could have happened with having Brayden and Trace there. I understand the principle that Kane was trying to teach to Brayden and Trace. I understand it completely. Also, when they was arguing, Kane pretty much was telling her the truth about Lorenzo. If Lorenzo was here, he'd be running this. I mean, this is all Lorenzo stuff. But at the same time, we talking about principles and respect. He has to respect his mom. Lorenzo's ass is locked up, and Monet is running this. Regardless of how we think it's going, she's on the outs and she's running this. Kane is upset. I understand he wants to be the man and he wants to step up. Now, Diana, she tries to grab Kane instead of Drew, soft ass. She tries to grab him. Kane kind of reaches back and he hits Monet. And you already know when this happened, he knew he messed up. He knew he messed up. And like I told you guys in my quick thoughts video, I can care less if you can beat me, you bigger than me. You ain't about to put your hands on my moms. I don't care if it was on accident. I mean, you're already yelling at her. That's a mistake. Why does Diana have to step up to you? Drew, what are you doing? You just sitting back watching, this argument. I mean, you could at least grab him like, look, man, just step outside, like, cool down or whatever. You letting Diana do the dirty work. You letting her be the man of the house. What in the hell is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? But Kane did mess up by putting his hands on Monet. That was completely wrong, regardless of some of the stuff that he was telling her, which I believe, yes, some of the stuff was true, but he cannot go out of line like that. It just cannot happen. He has to be smart. Of course, he goes talk to his dad, Lorenzo. Lorenzo pretty much tells him, look, she is in control. You have to respect your mom. Learn how she's doing this operation. You know what I'm saying? Your time will come. You have to stop doing this crazy stuff, man. But Kane, he kind of takes this information and he thinks everything is cool. Of course, Lorenzo tells him, look, man, I love you and everything like that. Respect your mom. Don't touch her and stuff like that. You are my soldier. This is what he tell him. You know what I'm saying? You are my son. You are my soldier. At the end of the day, it's going to be what it's going to be. Now, of course, this could have been over. This could have been the end of the scene. But as Kane was walking out, you knew something was about to happen. It seemed very obvious because they kept showing him walk out. You knew that Lorenzo definitely set up a hit on Kane. And Kane definitely, he got hit, all right. Dude got slumped up in there. Dude got beat down up in there for putting his hands on his mom. I mean, you're going to pay. This is the sacrifice right here. You have a huge rebellion coming. Some of it was right in this episode, and Kane took a beat down. And eventually he's going to learn from it. I mean, he's going to learn from it right now. You have to learn from this mistake, Kane. It's sad because in this episode, I kind of was digging what Kane was doing as far as what he was doing to Brayden and Trace, trying to teach principle, teach them the game, seeing where they was at. But in this particular part, when he put his hands on Monet, that was a mistake, right? Of course, Lorenzo lets him know, look, I'm the kingpin up in here. You gonna respect your mom. You gonna do exactly what she says to do, and never touch my wife. Now, people are saying that Lorenzo is telling him, don't touch my wife. People saying that that's because he's not that's not his daddy, pretty much. That's what people are saying right now. I believe that is his dad. It's just he said it like that. It's plain and simple. But Kane is definitely going to learn from that and bounce back stronger, but he's going to get worse. That's the sad part about this, right? Now, we get to Tasha, and Tasha's concerned. She's like, man, I know Davis McLean, he knows something because he keep bringing up Tariq's name. So she has to call Tariq to make sure that Davis McLean does not know any more information, that Davis McLean does not know the truth. Now, Tariq is like, I thought we can trust Davis McLean. He doesn't know anything. But this conversation alone should take Tariq to a new level. He should have high awareness after this, right? In this episode, his awareness was kind of low, especially with Riley. It was kind of low, and a lot of the stuff that's been going on, even in episode 5. I mean, this dude has to step up because if he doesn't, it's not going to look too good for him. Now, we get to Stephen Ott. He's back, and he tells Cooper Saxe, you pretty much just let a felon out. 2 Bits was in there killing Cooper Saxe, talking about he knows his rights. He was just supposed to come there. A part of the plea agreement was pretty much come there and pretty much answer the questions to the best of his ability, and that's it. So 2 Bit is a free man. He did his part of the bargain. And you can tell right here, this is what I'm talking about. Look at Cooper Saxe. He's upset. Because deep down inside, even though him and Davis McLean got a game plan on taking down Tariq, he knows whatever happened in court with 2 Bit, it didn't go the way that he planned it to go. This was not supposed to happen like this. Eventually, we will see Cooper Saxe's side and his issues with Davis McLean, but he definitely pushed the decline button when Davis McLean was calling him. Cooper Saxe is very upset on how this all played out. We shall see how this ends, right? Then we get to the OG, triple OG 2 Bits. He's out. He's a free man. The time has come. As you see, he's flossing the James St. Patrick watch. He's feeling himself. He's a free man. And you already know this is a build-up for the Tommy Egan showdown when he comes to New York. I can't wait to see how it all plays out. Like I told you guys, this was a great episode to me. A lot of different things happened. They did a very good job at promoting as far as making us believe certain things was going to happen, certain things was going to develop. But to be honest with you guys, a lot of different things happened in this episode, but a lot was not revealed. The biggest thing was, of course, 2 Bit being able to get released. Tasha being able to see that Davis McLean is up to something, of course, and the stuff that's going on with Riley is still under wraps. Tariq does not know. Hopefully, he makes those adjustments and finds out about this. The secrets about Drew and his secret boyfriend Ev and Zeke, that hasn't came out yet as well. Like I told you guys, a lot of different things that's going on that has not opened up yet. Eventually, those different storylines will definitely open up. And of course, Tariq will find out about Davis McLean and what he is doing, because if he doesn't, it's not going to look too good for him. My question is this. Your boy Davis McLean bringing in Blanca Rodriguez is for a reason. Do you guys honestly believe Cooper Saxe will be cool with Blanca working with Davis McLean, especially after their history, especially after Blanca Rodriguez told 2 Bits, I'm trying to get Saxe. That's who I want. He's dirty. I want him. We're going to make sure you're free, and that's it. At the end of the day, Cooper Saxe, Davis McLean, they have a game plan. The thing is this. Davis McLean is willing to do whatever he has to do to win. Now, Tasha can be free. Hell, Cooper Saxe can even go to jail. But as long as Tasha walks away, that is all he cares about. So Tariq could go to jail. He can give a damn about it. Cooper Saxe can go down. Davis McLean could give a damn about it as long as he takes the victory. And we shall see how this all ends, man. But overall, very solid episode. I know this recap was kind of long, but I had to give y'all a long, detailed one, especially since we ain't seen the show in 2 months. I had to give you a good recap. But you guys let me know exactly what you thought about this episode. If I missed anything, let me know down below. Let me know what you think about some of those storylines. What did you think about Long Neck Malcolm popping up all of a sudden? What did you think about Cooper Saxe as well? And what do you think about Brayden and Kane? Because Kane definitely went through some stuff, and I got a feeling the dude's going to get worse, man. He's definitely going to get worse. He wants to prove himself. He wants to do good, but it doesn't seem like as of right now it's going good for him right now. And it definitely seems like, the other kids are getting special attention, but when it comes to Kane, he ain't getting that type of attention like that. And that's why that theory is going on out there saying that Lorenzo is not his real dad and stuff like that. Like I told you guys, I believe Lorenzo is. It's just a way that he's handling things. If that's not true, we know eventually the truth will come out, and it's going to have everybody talking. That will be a hell of a storyline if this theory does come true. But you guys, thank you once again for supporting your boy. After 2 months, everybody's back. It is Power TV. It's Power season, and we're gonna get ready for episode 7, which is titled Sex Week. And that's all I gotta say about that, because you already know if it's titled that means there's a lot of cheeks that's gonna be getting clapped. And I can't wait for that one, man. But keep supporting your boy, and I will continue to bring you more Power Book 2 Ghost content in the future. But let me get on out of here, man. It's your boy Mark Dark. I'm out. Peace.